Hey guys, how's it going? Tim here with Solo Discovery, and welcome back to another episode of my realistic survival playthrough of Space Engineers. In between episodes, I've made many more trips out to the Iron Mine, and I got the build and repair system up and running, and when I go to actually kick that on, I'll go through the little settings on all of that. I also built up this little scaffolding platform where I am going to build my ship. And after looking at it right now, I think I might have to take this down. I think that might be a little too skinny. So I will do that while I'm continuing to talk to you guys. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to have something that is a little bit more level than the hillside for trying to build this on. Because when I go to drop my... Let's see if that can be... That's good enough. No, it's not. When I drop this, if it's on the hillside, then it's going to land and lock at an angle, so the whole ship is going to be getting built at an angle, and that's just kind of a hassle. So let's go with sure. So yeah, I just kind of built this up with scaffolding, so that way I've got a nice level platform to be able to build off of. And am I going to be able to get that? I might have to throw another platform down so I can get up above this. And looking at this now, I'm actually going to grind this down and build this right here. So it's a little bit closer, because that's actually not going to be like the center of the ship. That's going to be the edge of the ship. Or this actually won't even be the ship. I'm going to eventually grind the whole thing down, but yeah, it's just so I've got a stable platform to build the ship off of. Build this out. We'll go pretty much as far as we can. And am I gonna get that one or no? Alright, that's fine enough. It's good enough. Alright, we'll go right there's good. And then slap a cockpit on. Sure, right there's good. And then it's not, I don't want it that way though. Let's go back to slapping the cockpit down, and I want to like that. No, because that's facing up. Dang it. Alright, let's try this. Third time's the charm, right? And there we go. Yes, that is how I want the cockpit. Alright, so I've gone through and I've picked out some of what I'm going to need for the basic components. Let's go for where I did not, or I forgot to pick out all of my small conveyor tubes, so I need that, and an ejector, and I'm also going to want conveyor junctions, and I've already picked up the actual cargo container, so that's fine. Alright, let's go with, I'm going to want a small conveyor junction and I need small steel plates. Do I have small steel plates? Or not small, interior plates. I do not, so let's queue up 100 of those. While that's going, what else? Really, I can't do anything until that's done. So my plan, my concept that I've kind of thought of is the central, or cockpit in the center, and I think I just want 2 drills. I'm going to have 1 drill on both sides of the cockpit, and then I'll have a medium cargo container on the back of those, and I think the connector is going to be on the bottom, maybe. We'll see. Kind of play that by ear. that, and I'm going to want another one. And let's see how, not this. So I want it like this, and I don't want it right up against there because I want to be able to fit drills. So I'm probably going to need this, and then we'll throw on another. Is that going to be enough space though? No, because that's still right up against it. But that's how far forward I want it. I don't want them sticking out a lot. I'm trying to, my goal of this build is going to be kind of to have it as compact as possible. Actually, probably need to grind both of those down. Yeah, it's to try and have as compact of a build as possible, so we'll see how we do at this. It's going to be a little bit wider, obviously. So this way I can fit engines right here in between. I can get some up or down thrust, whichever one I decide once we get this built. And with the overlap of these drills, I don't think I'm going to need, with as close as they'll be, like it'll be curved in a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be too bad for how that's actually going to be hanging out. I don't know. We'll have to see. Just looking at it now, that looks like they might be too far apart where it won't get the middle and I'll risk hitting my cockpit. I think that's going to end up being an issue, so we just won't be able to put put thrusters in between each of those. So go like this. And that'll just have to work. Alright, now what else? We need the conveyor junction. So 6 like that. I need a spot to be able to actually connect it, so because that when you initially placing it, even though there's those other blocks, you need that central block to actually have something, otherwise it just won't let you click. So now I can come through here and grind that out, and it still is attached. It just likes it there for when you initially connect up. And I think I want it like this. Because then it'll actually fell off there. Because I feel like that's going to continue happening. Let's just throw a couple more here to prevent me from falling off. Alright, let's see, so there's that. I still need to put on a ejector system. But actually probably just, nope, that's got to go. Just hadn't thrown this side on yet. Nope, not that way, that way. There we go. Alright, so now all the cargo containers are hooked up. And so then I can use this for... Sorry, I had a cough right there. So I can also use this to transport components and stuff. I'm going to be slapping the connector onto this junction block, so that way I can put components and stuff in my 2 storage containers, because some but not all construction components are able to pass through these small conveyor tubes. So if I were to slap a connector onto the bottom of the cockpit, only thing I'd be able to put the majority of components wise would be into the cockpit. It wouldn't be able to traverse through the rest of this system. So that's why I'm going to be putting that there. I did not do that. So there's the connector. We will just go ahead and slap that on there, and then I can put batteries on there, and I will be able to just lower this down, land it, and be good. But with that, I actually won't be able to put armor blocks on that. So that is actually no good. Batteries will not go on the bottom there. Let's look at the top. Take a peek and see how that would look up here. So once I get thrusters to keep this thing up in the air, I'm going to grind away the rest of this so I can finish it up. And then we will slap a connector, probably just throw a couple of tubes in right here and just be able to land it right up on top, and then just have some scaffolding to make our way up to when we actually get there. But that is not a priority right now. Right now, getting a flying ship is the priority. So how do we want to do this? I'm thinking have a couple of batteries like so. Can I get up there? Is it gonna let me? There we go. I think that was the same way for that one. And then I can put, just to kind of break it up, I can throw a thruster, so that way it's just not all the thrusters right next to each other. I can break it up, and then I can throw maybe some more thrusters on top of these batteries, in front of the batteries, all over the place, thrusters everywhere. So that, I think, is actually the basis of what I need for that. Now we need to figure out the ejector system, what I'm going to do for that. I think I'll throw... How do I want to do this? I want the ejectors shooting pretty much straight down. I can have an ejector come off of this, come out, down, and another one off of this block. So that'd be 2 per side, so 4 ejectors. I think that should work. Let's just go with that. What was that? 2, so... And let's see, is that the right way? Nope. There we go. Need to... No. There we go. There we go. And there we go.
Storm inbound.
And now I need the sorter block, and what the sorter block will do is once we get to configuring it, it will be what actually is pulling the need more interior plates. Pulling the stone from all connected conveyor system, cargo systems, and then we will be able to actually get rid of it with the ejector. Did I do that? Sorry, OCD, I want all of the like all of those little flat pieces. Just my OCD's got it. I want them all like that. I think it really makes a difference. It's just, and nobody will probably ever know other than you guys, but nobody but me will be paying that much attention, but it's just my OCD will know, and it'll just kind of drive me nuts thinking about it and knowing that they're not all the same way. So there's that. And now I think we're ready for thrusters. Once we start getting thrusters on this, oh, a little bit of lag. There we go, we're good. While we're waiting for this, we will actually go ahead and go through this. So when you place down the build and repair system, the power block for it, the toggle block, its default starts off as off. Then conveyor system, you want it on. You've got two different modes. Its default, I believe, is walk mode. We want to switch it over to fly mode. This allows it to build and repair and grind on grids other than the one it's attached to. We want it on fly mode. You can do all of this. I'm going to do weld before grind, so that way it starts just welding everything up. You can do the use ignore color, and any blocks you place that are the color you set here, it will not build on those. Help others, this allows it so if you've got multiple build and repair systems, they can all work on the same block. Build new, just what it says. It'll also construct projected blocks. So if you set this up on a ship and also have a projector with the blueprint laid right on top of the ship, so it's hidden, kind of, it'll allow the build and repair system to actually build and repair and maintain that ship as you're flying it. Weld to functional only. We are going to have this checked for right now, just because if I don't have this checked, it'll expend even more resources trying to get everything up to 100%. And with our limited resources right now, I'm not concerned with that. I just want to have a functional flying ship so we can speed up resource gathering. Weld priority, you can move these around, click it, priority up, priority down. Grind color, same as weld color. You set it, paint any block you want the color that is right here, and it will grind those blocks down. You can toggle with these, kind of have a salvage ship set up. Grind priority, same as weld priority. Nearest first, farthest first, and smallest grid first. Just the priority of where it's going to work. We're going to have smallest grid first, so that way it should start working on our ship. Settings for collecting, it can collect everything. I don't really care about that. Push ore, push items, push components immediately. We're going to leave those checked. And then show area, you can kind of see in the back, that is the maximum that this thing can reach and work on. And you can go ahead and toggle or mess with those distances here. Go ahead, oh, and I never turned it back on. So we'll turn that on, and hopefully everything works, and should start taking everything over here. There we go. And you can see it is welding that up ever so slowly. Is it welding that? I think it is. Oh, it's probably not because displays. I don't have displays. There is a script that iron ingots. Do I have? Do it? Okay, we did it. There is a script where it can set it up so anything that the build and repair system is working on, if it doesn't have a particular component, it will automatically queue that up in the assemblers. That is something that I plan on getting. Probably not for this base. I'm not too concerned about it, but once we get the next base set up, that is something that I do plan on digging through the workshop, finding that script, and running that script. So we will keep our eyes out for that, and let's start placing these. Oh, there we go. How many thrusters should I use? Now that is the ultimate question. How much thrust is enough thrust? We'll go with 5, and I'll probably slap a couple more somewhere else. Let's see. Let's some side thrust and side thrust this way. And where else do I want some thrust? I'm just gonna throw some. Oh, no. That's how we want it. Can't go there, but I will be able to put blocks on that. So this is going to be primarily a horizontal miner. Like I want it so it can handle a little bit of forward leaning without crashing when it's under load, but for the most part it's going to be a almost entirely horizontal, be operating almost entirely horizontal mining. And it appears that I've run out of something. Let's go see what I need. I probably need more like large steel tubes and motors because I never have enough of those. Yeah, I'm out of almost everything. So let's queue up. Let's go with a handful of motors, a couple. No, probably don't need that many. A few of those. How much iron do I have? Iron, I've got. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to have probably enough to get this up and running, as much as that is going to drive me insane. And I was really wanting to get this puppy up and going, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm very close. Looks like most of this. So I've got like this one's running, but looks like I need a lot of construction components. So yeah, I need way more iron. Why are you not? Okay, it just took a second. So yeah, it looks like a lot of, and I need metal grids. Alright, well, that is a little bit upsetting. I thought with all of the trips I have made, I would have had enough. So do I want to end this episode now? I will probably throw a cut in now and make that painful trek and finish this this iron boulder, because there is not a lot left in that iron boulder, which is why I had honestly figured it would have been enough for me to get this done. So I'm going to throw a cut in here and make that trip and collect the iron, and hopefully we will have enough iron to get this finished. I will finish this episode, or when we finish this episode, this will be built. It's just not all going to be in one take. So I'll see you guys back here in a second when I have enough iron to get this complete, or if that boulder's done, whichever is first. Alright, see you guys back in a sec. Alright guys, so it has taken me quite a bit longer to get all of the iron I needed to get this up and running. I've made, I don't even know how many more trips out to my little iron mine, and it has just been exhausting getting all of the resources, all of the iron, and had to make several trips out to get more nickel for all of the motors I need for the motors for the what are they called? Thrusters. There we go. Sorry, forgot the word. But we should be. It's I don't have really any armor blocks or anything on it, but it should be functional to fly. So what I'm going to do is we are going to first I'm going to hop back in because I turned the batteries off since this was taking so long. And the batteries were one of the first things that kicked on, or that the build and assembly finished. I just shut those off to recharge, so that way they're not getting drained by the handful of motors that were currently running and all of that. We are going to slap a couple of spotlights on here so we can actually, I want to slap a couple. Sure. Oh, I need steel plate. Do I have steel plate? That is the question. Will I help if I spell it? No. So, just queue up 10. Do I have enough to do that though? Yes, I should. Just got back from another trip. I know I've said that, I don't even know how many times now, but... And that is stealing it. Let me just shut you off, because you keep stealing all of my plates. And I'm not sure what is going on with the build and assembly. Because yeah, as you saw when I first brought it back, like there was a handful of blocks on here that it was not welding up. And I had the resources in my cargo container, but for whatever reason it just did not feel like welding it up. So, and I need, alright, we'll see if I can make the steel tubes, because I know I'm running desperately low on okay, I do have enough to make those. So we will take both of you, and I'll take that because I'm going to slap on a couple of interior lights on the sides just so I can have a little bit more situational awareness of... Did I not grab construction components? I thought I did. Nope. Alright, well, we'll take these 15 construction components. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up shutting off the auto run mod that I've got installed. So, like, it's been kind of handy running all the way out there. I can just double tap W and kind of not pay attention for a few minutes while I'm running in a straight line towards it. But working around here, it's just, I think, been more of a hassle than anything else. So, probably going to end up uninstalling that mod. We'll a little bit of lag there. Go. And we go. Alright, so the ship should be functional. Fingers crossed, because I'm going to be extremely upset if this just decides to crash and burn. So let's set up everything. We are going to come in here. We will set both of our batteries up to Atmo Miner batteries. Save that. Drill, we're going to say Atmo Miner drills. And we can hide those now. All the ejectors we can hide, don't need to see them. Gyroscope, don't need to see. We'll take our interior lights and our spotlights and we'll throw those in a group. Atmo Miner lights. And spotlights I want. Yep, full radius. Intensity, I'll leave that. These I want full radius, but not quite full intensity. We'll bring that back down to 3. And we will hide them. Alright, all of our thrusters, we're going to make one group. Atmo Miner thrust. And then which one is, we want to put all of the forward thrust. Except I never threw any forward thrusters on here. Oh, see, this is what is going to drive me to madness. Alright, so well, I guess since we've got all of those, we can go ahead and hide those. These we are going to set up on a whitelist, drain all, and we want to scroll all the way down to stone. Add it, drain all, whitelist, stone, add, drain all, whitelist, stone, add, drain all, whitelist, stone, add. Alright, and now we can hide all of you. Ore detector, we want the range max, got that. And now we can hide that. And that's good for that, and we need to slap on a couple of forward thrusters. Where am I going to put those? Probably would have put them right there. I'm going to grind this guy down. Slap on forward thrusters here. I think 5 thrusters should be enough, at least for right now. So hopefully you guys don't totally hate me after this, because yeah, I am sorry this is just taking so ungodly long. Yeah, I was planning on getting this episode out yesterday, but had some stuff come up in my life, had some stuff I had to get done. There we go. And I just wasn't, with as many trips as I was having to make for the that ore, it just ended up taking way longer than I was planning. I was definitely wanting to get this episode out yesterday, but unfortunately, with as many trips as I was having to take to get the ore, all that iron, I just wasn't able to. Do I want that there? I might actually want them up higher one more. I'm gonna do that. So that way I can put a slope block and not have the ugly side of these armored thrusters exposed. Alright. Alright, take all the motors back, take that.
Energy low.
I don't care if my energy's low right now. I am determined to get this miner, and dang it. I'm determined to get this miner up and running. Did I get everything I needed on this lower one? I did, okay. We will get this miner up and running this episode. Holy cow. And how do I not have enough construction components? Like, I just ground... Well, I take that... I guess I understand why. I ground down 2 and I built up 4. So, what am I doing? I'm looking for assembler. There we go. Back to this. And let me queue up 20 more. Alright, once we get this done, we should be good enough to fly and get the remaining iron, and I need one more metal grid. So I need one more metal grid. Do I think I have one more metal grid in here. I do. And let me take you. Need motors. I didn't grab my motors. I can get you up and running. Needed motors on that one. What do I need on that? I don't know. I'm going to just assume motors, because why not? Need steel plate too. Need one more metal grid, 20 components, and a couple steel plate. I think I should have the steel plate. I'm going to need one of those, and I need, of course, more iron. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to finish up whatever thrusters we have, and we're just going to take it to mine. Because I am not making another trip all the way over there on foot. That's just not going to happen. I should have one more construction component in here, or at least have enough resources to build one more construction component, hopefully. Of course not. No. No. So, whatever. We're just gonna have at it. This mining ship is the bane of my existence at this point. It has been... I'll throw them all in. Atmo, miner, rear thrust. And we'll go ahead and hide them. Alright, now we're going to go into our G menu. We're going to switch lock and come into our groups, recharge, and then we want probably our lights. Why are... Oh, I ground down the lights. Well, let me...
Energy low.
we're not going to be able to see. Well, we've got our light in our suit for now. That'll do. We don't want that. We want our G menu. And block tools. There we go. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to do toggle on off, toggle on off. So,
Energy critical.
let's fill this up. Nope, not there. There. I'm going to fill this up, and we are going to pray that this thing does not come crashing down when I grind it off the landing gear. Alright, there we go. Just thought of this. I was going to grind it off without switching the batteries back to auto. So, they are red. Why are they red? I guess I didn't need to do that. Because stored power. Stored power. They both have power. Off, on, off, on. I don't like the way those batteries are red. And none of you are actually firing. Why is none of this receiving power? And those are yellow. What is going on right now? Because I just turned the blocks off. I wasn't... Now I feel like an idiot. Let me make sure. Okay, everything seems to be working now. I had the blocks off, not on recharge. That would make sense. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Is it going to blow up on us and crash and burn? No. Alright. And here. And we're crashing and burning.
Storm inbound.
Oh my goodness. And that is because I forgot to give it forward thrust. I gave it all the other directions, but I didn't give it forward. Nope, no forward thrust. Well, that's just wonderful. That is truly amazing. I can't believe it. Well, let's... what should we do? I guess let's just shut all the thrusters off. See what happens. It's just gonna sit and hang tight? Okay. I'm gonna grind up. Are we gonna flip upside down? Probably. I am gonna lose my mind right now. All you guys watching are probably having a good laugh. Honestly, I would be. I'd be laughing at how amazingly stupid I am at overlooking the fact that I did not have... Oh, wait, there we go. That I did not have any forward thrusters on this thing. Because, yeah, it's... There we go, and now it's just going to push it right into the ground. Let's see how that goes. Because, of course, by default, those blocks are built on. Because why not? Oh, and When will it ever end? I don't know. Oh, and now I turned all the blocks on. Thrust off. Why is that still putting out a flame? Should I not turn off rear thrust? Off, okay. I thought I had them tied into the thrust group, but apparently not. Another one of my oversights with this build. And now to see how we're going to get out of this, since I don't have any like upside down thrust. Let's see. New menu. I want you. Block tools, I want you. There we go. So let's just go ahead and see if mining will get me enough. I can start righting myself. There we go. We have fixed our mistake and we are flying, finally. Oh my god, was that painful. But turn off forward so we can get just flying and coast. Oh boy, oh boy. It's amazing how much faster you can get here in a ship. Alright, so as you can see, I've done quite a number on this little iron boulder. And now let's mine it. With the number of thrusters that I have on this, yeah, even that is not enough to get this off the ground. Alright. I am sorry, guys. I have had it with this miner. So I'm going to call it here. I'm going to call the episode right now, and I'm going to probably reload back to before we brought the miner out and make the horrible treks back. Well, let's see. I've got a fair bit of stone in here. So I can't even begin to explain how badly I don't want to make this trek. So we'll see if I dump all this stone off, if I will have enough power to lift. I don't know why my ejectors are not ejecting. Let me look at that real quick. My ejectors are on. My sorters are on. Whitelist, stone, drain all. What? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just do it manually for right now. And for those of you wondering why I'm not dragging it straight off, it's you have to transfer it to your personal inventory. You can't just dump straight from a grid container. Hide empty. Yeah, and I'm nervous now that, because me just sitting here. Let me shut that off. So that way I don't run out of power sitting here trying to empty out my... Trying to empty out my, all the stone. I've gotten rid of a fair bit of stone. I've got enough, so make our way back. And as of course, I do not have a current, or I never put a connector on my base, so I'm gonna have to build that up. Yeah, this, I think I'm coming up on probably an hour long for this video, and I'm gonna crash. But I'm still able to fly. Somehow. I don't know how. I am still able to fly, so I'm just gonna fly right here and watch, or whatever. We'll land. Because why not? That's still the amount of iron that I just picked up is loads. It's probably a half hour of me making trips. This little bit of iron I just got. And just to help me make this transfer faster, why can I not do that? So this is interesting. I think I'm missing a connection somewhere. Well, okay, well that's... Let me go back here and see if... Yeah, no. Well, that sucks, because that probably had a fair bit of iron in it, but we made it. Alright, so as you can see, I got it up and running. As short-lived as that was, I'm going to spend a fair bit of time off camera actually getting it functional before I post my next vid. I'll probably get the video done up tonight and posted tomorrow. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe if you enjoy watching other people suffer and fail. Good fail video right here. If someone wants to throw it in a Space Engineers fail compilation, here you go. Alright, thanks again, guys. Bye.